This week on Scam School, John Maverick joins us to teach us an ancient secret, nearly 5 centuries old. It's an old secret. Toast, 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 toast. Back again to the Moontower Saloon. We've got James again. We're seeing Virus again, and we're seeing the John Maverick of magic himself, John Maverick. What do you got for us, man?
This trick is ancient. Dates all the way back to the Middle Ages, at least.
If I understand this correctly, you are going to read to us how this trick works, which was published half a millennium ago, and then you're gonna fool us with it, even though we know how it works.
Exactly. I'm gonna tell you word for word how it is done, but written from The Discovery of Witchcraft by Reginald Scott.
And for those who don't know, The Discovery of Witchcraft is often credited as the first magic book ever. It was originally intended as an exposure of witches' deceptions, but as you read it, I'm like, this is a magic book.
But it is written in a scholarly form of Middle English.
Okay.
Which basically translates to VCR instructions written by Shakespeare.
Okay, all right, hit me up.
We are looking at a trick lovingly known these days as grandmother's necklace. And here is how Reginald Scott recorded it way back in 1584. Take 2 little whipcords of 2 foot long apiece. Double them equal so they may as appear 4 ends. Then take 3 great beadstones, the whole of one of them being bigger than the rest, and put 1 beadstone upon the eye or bout of the other one cord, and then the other cord. And take a stone with the greatest bead hole and the bows between here and there, which may be better done if you put the eye of one into the eye of the bout of the other. Then pull the middle bead upon the same, being doubled over his fellow, as so the beads seem to be put over the 2 cords without partition. For holding fast in each hand, take the 2 ends of the 2 cords. You may then toss them as you list, and make seem manifest to the beholders, which may not see how that is done it. The beadstones are put upon the 2 cords without any fraud. Then you must seem to add more effectual bindings to these beadstones to the strings, and make 1 half knot with 1 of the ends of each side, which is for no other purpose, but then when the beadstones be taken away, the cords may be seen in the case to which the beholders suppose them to be in before. For when you have made your half knot, which in any ways may not double to make a perfect knot, you must deliver into the hands of some stander by the 2 cords, namely the 2 ends evenly set in one hand, and the 2 others, and which are well a wager, etc. Begin to pull off your beadstones, etc. Which for if you handle nimbly, and in the end cause him to pull the 2 ends, the 2 cords will be placed plainly, and the beadstones have come through the cords. But these things are so hard and long to be described, I will leave it for wherein I could show great variety.
For the record, 16th century Scam School sucked. Great, so I guess we hope you enjoyed this episode. We all know how it works. What might it look to a civilized human being
first,
in the 21st century?
We begin with 2 little whipcords, 2 foot long apiece, and 3 great beadstones strung therein. So here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna get Virus to help me take those 2 ends right there, please. And Brian, you're gonna take these 2 ends over here.
Yep.
And what we're gonna do, don't pull too tight. It's a very fragile necklace. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take 1 cord from you and 1 cord from you. Verily, simply tie a knot to keep the stones in place. I'm going to hand you that one
back. If you actually just follow the instructions the way they're written in that old book, I'm going to be very impressed.
I'm now just going to place my hand over the beads. Go ahead and let go of both your ends. These are your 2 ends, these are your 2 ends. They're not going to switch places. All I'm going to do is make sure they are nice and tight, going all the way through tight, tight, and tight. Which one of you would like to go first, Brian or Virus? Which one?
Ladies first.
So Virus, your bead was on this side, so that means your bead's going to fall off there. Brian, your bead falls off there, and that leaves the middle bead right there for me.
That's not possible! No es posible! That was amazing! All right, I have to know how this one's done, and I'm not going to the library.
Yay!
How about that? A secret 600 years old. How simple is it?
I love teaching this to people, and they just go, no!
Yeah!
So, of course, your props are simple. 3 wooden beads. You can get fancier beads if you want.
Yeah.
String. Got this all in the beading section of Michael's. 3 beads, 2 strings, that's all it takes. And 1 prop that you can get at any bar like this.
Yes.
It's called a stick. The stick is simply to help string the beads. First, double over one of the strings like this.
Yep.
And place one of the beads on the string.
Use the stick to poke the
Use
thing
the
in.
stick to poke it through. And then take yet another bead and do likewise. So those two go like that. And then this other one, take it, double it over.
And by the way, these are the exact words that you read to us.
I'm trying to. Once again, inebriated.
Which, by the way, I'm pretty sure they were inebriated too.
All right, here's where the trick part of the magic trick comes in. The string with two beads on it, you open that part, the looped around part as a loop. You take the one with one bead on it, place it through that loop, pull it back, and that middle bead goes right over it like that.
Stupidly simple.
This is how it lives. With that bead on there, they can tug pretty well. Now don't get in a tug of war or anything with it or it's gonna come undone. Hand two strings to one spectator,
Yes.
hand the other strings to the other spectator.
Yes.
Now if I was to take it apart right now, you'd be left with one double overed string, you'd be left with one double overed string. So to get rid of that, I simply tie a half knot.
And it doesn't matter which one
It doesn't matter which
tie.
one you do, because now this is the string Virus was holding on to, this is the string Brian was holding on to. You have one string going all the way through and one going like that. I place my hand over, I have you both let go. All I'm doing right now is pulling on these strings a little bit, and watch this one here. When I pull,
You
that
feel
big
the moment it disengages.
it is just disengaged on that side. I come over here, I pull a little bit this way, get that completely disengaged out of all of them. At this point, if I may, I'm gonna open up my hand, you'll see they are all off the strings.
That's too good.
And then just to egg people on, which one of you is gonna go first? You had your bead on that side, Brian, that's your bead on this side. Virus, that's your bead on that side. And that's my bead right there in the middle, leaving both the strings.
All right,
all
dude,
the way
I
through.
can't think it's any easier than this. James, do you have what it takes? Can you do this?
Yeah, I can try.
Okay, all right, here, toast this man. He's a brave warrior. Take it away, James.
All right, so I've got two strings with 3 beads on them, and what I'm gonna have you do is hold that end,
Gladly.
and Virus, you can hold the other end. So then we're gonna take one end of each and tie a knot there to secure it, right?
You
and
got
then
it,
we're gonna
you
give
got
you
it.
guys those ends, right? Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and hold on to that. You guys can go ahead and let go of your ends right there, right there. So just make that sure that knot is nice and tight. Nice and tight there, right?
Go for it, go for it.
And then we'll do your bead first, right? And go like that.
Yes!
Right? And then your bead and go like that. And then finally the center one goes on the ground.
Where it belongs. Oh my God, he's a wizard! Burn the witch! Burn the witch! Dude, that's fantastic, man. Got to give a huge thanks to John Maverick for sharing this gem with us. I can't believe it's nearly half a millennium old. All the best stuff is hidden in books. That's what magicians say. If you want to hide it, put it in a book. But don't hide your love for me. Hit me up over at twitter.com/Schwood. There is no C in Schwood. And if you haven't started already, join us on our brand new adventure as me and Jason Murphy attempt to become the ultimate gentleman, warrior, and scoundrel on the modern rogue. Check it out. See, I feel like we got it here. So you get here. Yep. Yeehaw! Whoa! Nailed it! Whoa! Off-road, off-road.
This trick was first recorded back.
Wait, real quick. They don't exist. They don't exist.
I was looking at the rock over there.
I know. But everybody likes to give a little side eye to the camera.
I always
Never looks
do.
Good. Never looks good.
I know it never
No
does.
side eye. Yeah, you're not
But
Jim
I'm
Halpert.
sexy.
This
What
ain't
about-
The Office.
What about
Yeah.
Saloon?
No es posible. That was amazing.